Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Pets, and today I'm talking about what to do when you go on holiday and you want to take your dog with you but you haven't got a clue how to feed them. Now this video is, I suppose, specifically aimed at people who feed raw, partly because if you're feeding these types of food in general, they're normally pretty easy to take away, so it's normally not too much of a problem. But if you're feeding raw, specifically if you're staying in a caravan where you haven't got much freezer space, or maybe a hotel or something like that, it can be a bit tricky. Now what we say is one of the best things to do is plan ahead. So I suppose there's two different ways of doing it. You can get raw delivered to wherever you're staying, and we've got lots of customers who do that. We even have customers who travel around the country and are still getting regular deliveries to campsites and places like that. But the other thing you can do is plan ahead, and you can just change the food for that short period of time. Now that's what a lot of our customers will do, specifically the ones who are going abroad. If they're doing agility shows and stuff like that, they basically can't carry raw across the borders, or can't guarantee that they're going to get it that end, so they often will change. Now don't do that and decide to do that a couple of days before you know you're going. Make sure you know what's going to get on with the dog. So if you're moving from raw, a good choice is freeze dried. That's probably as close as you're going to get to raw. So it's actually classed as a raw product. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's freeze dried. It keeps a lot of the same nutrients that raw has got in it, so that's probably the closest. But you can move to a wet pouch or a can of food as well. There's fantastic quality out there as well, the same as you can move to a kibble or a biscuit. All of these products are relatively easy to take away, especially if you're going for sort of a week or two. No issue at all with taking those. And people think about, well, if I move from raw, I'm going to be dropping the amount of meat. Well, the reality is that some of these products have got more meat in them than some of the raws you might be feeding. So bear that in mind as well. So you just do it for a short period of time. So you decide like a month before you go away, come in and see us. We'll suggest which one perhaps matches the raw type diet that you're feeding. We try that. If that works, which generally speaking it does, if that works, then you know you've got something already in the cupboard ready to take with you away. So don't decide too late. That's where we see the biggest issues, because you don't want to be in the middle of France with no food for your dog, and the one you've decided to feed really doesn't suit them. So decide early. Other than that, we can definitely help you. See you soon.